Reddit, what were the best comebacks you've ever heard? I was with friends in a movie theater and, while I forgot what the movie was, it was apparent we were the oldest people watching the movie. While waiting for the previews to start, someone in the back makes a noise. Then someone repeats the noise, then, two more, and so on. I said out loud, "Geez, this is getting old." When it all died down, a young and a couple rows behind me said, "So are you." "Touché, you little shit." My grandfather used a handicap placard because of a heart condition. Outwardly he looked very healthy. One woman saw him get out of his car at the grocery store and told him, "You don't look handicapped." He told her, "You don't look like an asshole." Damn, Gramps. The story of how my grandparents went on their first date has the greatest comeback ever. My grandpa was working a sub shop at the register. My grandma was in line, they've kind of met a few times in passing before, and she gets up to the register and my grandfather, attempting to hit on her, says, "How'd you get through life looking so ugly?" And my grandma replies, "I don't know, but you've been doing it longer than I have." And they've been happily married ever since. Edit, I hate to disappoint you all, but they did not get married on the spot in the sub shop. Reply by a kindergartner, to a pair of 5th graders who tried to tell him Santa isn't real. "Santa brings me presents, and if Santa doesn't bring you presents, you should think about why." Line delivered by me. Dad was boasting about his looks at 65. The nurses said I looked very good for my age. Me, "You were there for a colonoscopy, are you sure they were looking at your face?" Edit, spelling. Guy in my class in high school who was a total creep thought it would be funny to grab his dick and say to a group of girls, "Did anyone order an extra large?" One of the girls responded immediately with, "We did, can you go check if it's arrived yet?" From Mad Men. Michael Ginsberg, "I feel bad for you." Don Draper, "I don't think about you at all." Don was absolutely savage in that scene. Ginsberg then says something like, "Well, I have a million more ideas," and Don fires back, "Good thing you work for me then." Secret Santa gift exchange in college. One guy gets a collection of British currency. He liked to collect foreign bills and coins, and a girl makes a rude comment about it being a stupid gift. Cue my mouth running off before my brain can stop it. "Karen, don't be rude, he just didn't want you to be the only one who gained 20 pounds this semester." Pandemonium ensued as her boyfriend tried to pick a fight while she bursts into tears. It was not the best day for the club. How to make a best friend for life. It was 2001 when I was in 5th grade. My dad did my ponytails in the morning and they were not cute. As I was walking away from my classmates, I overheard my bully laughing and saying her hair is messed up in the back, and the new girl in school shouted back to her, "Well, your face is messed up in the front." God, that was awesome. I'll never forget that as long as I live, and we're still friends to this day. Edit, holy shit. My first silver. It's an honor. I'm having the worst day and this really made me smile. Thank you. I wanted to give an update on my bully. We later became friends. Turns out, she had her own stuff going on at home, and that's why she was horrible to me for all of those years. It was my dad who told me to invite her to my birthday party and talk to her outside of school. My dad rocks. He was so right. Your dad is cool. Many years ago when I was 12, I got into an argument with my mother and father. Exasperated, my mother said, "You talk like you think your father and I don't have a brain between us." I immediately said, "No, I do think you have a brain between you." My father burst out laughing. End of argument. "So you basically called your parents half-wits?" It seems like quite the multi-layered insult. There's that, and there's also the bragging of the kid being the brain between them. Once watched a row in school between two girls. After a few minutes of insults, this is said. Girl 1, "Would you wear socks if you had no feet?" Girl 2, Confused, what? Girl 1, slowly, would you wear socks if you had no feet? Girl 2, still confused, no. Girl 1, why do you wear a bra then? Row over. This little shit named Julio convinced me to try touching my elbows together behind my back, to push out my chest. After a short-lived moment of glee he remarked, "May, nothing to see on you anyways." This was probably in 6th grade, but those are the kind of jokes that stick with you. I mean, when they're still true. I can actually do that, and would ask people if they could too without ulterior motives. It was a hell of a realization. Back in teenagedom arguing with my mom about chores. Mom, you think I should wipe your ass for you too? Me, beats doing it myself. Mom, wipes my face. We both laughed so hard we forgot about the argument. Best kind of relationship, when you can talk shit but not take it personal. Me and my dad always talk trash about each other. Insult each other's driving, haircut, shoes, etc. but we never had a legit fight. Sometimes my mom even asked how we still love each other. Lamau. Exactly the same between my dad and me. We can give each other some pretty solid trash talk about anything and we give as good as we get, but not once have we ever actually had a legit fight. It just doesn't seem possible. Someone was trashing on a user here on Reddit while using awful punctuation. Reply goes, "You miss so many periods that I'm sure you're pregnant." My wife and I were cuddling and having a little intimate time. She's about 8 inches shorter than me and she was lamenting that fact, and I say, "Yeah, you're only about 4 from perfect." Without missing a beat she snuggles in closer and says, "You're too, my love." It took me a second to pick that up, at which point I rolled over and proceeded to die a little on the inside, lol. 8 years on and we're still 4 inches from perfect for each other. Edit, thank you for the silver, kind stranger. I'm so happy y'all appreciated that. I should have added that she then cackled so hard she needed a hit on her inhaler to breathe normally again. My old roommate's wife was a waitress. She's serving a table one night of middle-aged businessmen who have been drinking. They're mostly polite, but one dude is starting to get pretty drunk and really forward with his comments. He tells her, "I really want you to sit on my face." Without missing a beat, she replies, "Because your nose is bigger than your dick?" The rest of the table went nuts. The dude turned bright red and left her alone. Although she later admitted he wasn't being that rude, just got too comfortable. Edit, spelling. Some group of college freshmen filled a condom with water and tried to drop it on my head, missed. I snuck up on them and started shit with them. Most were apologetic, but one of the girls gave me attitude and said it wasn't used or anything. I said of course it isn't. Look at you. I was pissed at the time, but I've actually felt terrible about it ever since. She wasn't even ugly, but I could tell it made her feel bad. In any case, it was my best work. Your birth certificate is an apology letter from the abortion clinic. I lost my shit. Edit, thanks for the silver, V. What a fucking golden comeback. Was getting my hair cut and this mother and her 4 kids come in. Immediately I felt bad for the mother because one of the young boys was running around like he just drank 2 Red Bulls. At one point the mother snapped after telling him to behave 4 or 5 times and threatened to take away his PS3. The entire place went silent because she yelled it and you could tell she was already embarrassed. What came out of her son's mouth was to this day the funniest shit I've ever heard. He yelled, "If you take away my PlayStation I'm going to tell Grandma that Daddy puts his pee-pee in your mouth." The mother didn't even respond, she just grabbed her kids and left the salon. Everyone burst into hysterics afterwards. Edit, had wrong person putting said object in mouth. Comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this.